Hi everyone, I'm not sure if you can see or hear, and I'm hoping that this is clear. On my screen it's not, unfortunately. This is just a test. If anybody wants to pop on and join us, then please do, but I'm going to be doing this tutorial shortly. We're going to be making a small tree, a miniature tree, and I'm going to be doing two sizes, I think. Those are the sizes that I'm using. I'm not sure if this is going to work, folks. We'll see. Not sure. But anyway, I'm going to get on with this. Now, what I need to do is to attach a wooden spike from there. And I've got some behind me here. Oops, a daisy. Hang on. Just stop. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, there it is. I've got one. There it is. So we're going to use one of these. And it's just to make the tree that sticks in the pot, like that. That can be painted. I'm not going to do it at the moment because I want to get on and get this sorted out. So I've got the glue gun on, and what I'm going to do is just poke that in there. Now don't forget, it's a miniature tree. Add a little bit of glue to that. I hope you're seeing this. Now it says there's 12 people watching. I'm not sure, and I don't know if it's working. I'm just going to poke that in. You all know Jules, or most of you know Jules, and she's after some miniature trees for her doll's house. So I'm going to make these for her today. What I'm going to do is to make one of each size, and then I'm going to make one when she's here, so she knows how to do it. Right, so we can do that. Now, you do need some glue, and I'm just using tacky glue, PVA. I'm not sure the quality of the picture. Does it need to be higher up? Can you see that? Can somebody tell me if it's crap? I know you're going, oh, we haven't heard you over ages, Fee. Just going to make sure, because you see, I would have been doing that, squeezing that, and nothing would have happened. So, let's have a look at this. Now, all I need to do is, I'm not going to cut the length of it yet, because that will do both the small one. Well, it actually will do the other one, I think. So we're just going to add some glue. Here. I might end up using the hot glue. Because unfortunately, sometimes, well, I need it to stick pretty quick. Now I've got a damp brush. Just paint all over that. Okay, like that. And then we've got some, it's from Petite Properties, and it's evergreen shrub foliage. Shrub, should I say. Now, if it doesn't stick, which it's not going to, see, it won't do it. When I want to do something, does it work? Does it help? Just move these out of the way. You go there. Right. Glue it. Like that. We're just going to glue that. And then we're going to pop that on. Like that. You need to cover the whole thing. Now, I've no mat with me because I can't find them. It's that long since I've done a tutorial. I'm just going to take some of this out and we'll clean it up afterwards. We don't fuss about a bit of mess. Okay, so I'm just going to break it up because it's all like glued together. Like this. So I haven't got the chat on. I don't know how to work it. I'm not technically minded like that. But to all those that's here, if you are, hello. And yes, it's me. Okay. So we're just going to go around and start popping some of this on and then separating it like that. It will dry pretty quick. Just mind your fingers because the glue is extremely hot. And I've been asked to do several tutorials on miniatures, and I haven't done them for a while, but I'm waiting for hubby to sort out my other room where I will be crafting from, because the shop kind of like took over it and I want it back. I want it back. Hopefully you see what I'm doing. Let me just move in a little bit. So what all you do is you're just filling it in and covering it up. And use all the little bits, pop bits in there. There we go, like that. Pin that all together. See how it looks like a little tree? A little bit more there. Now, like I say, colour or wrap ribbon around the stem if you want to. I'm not doing it. Because I don't have any green ribbon, actually. Okay. So I'm just going to push some of this in. Kind of like shape it, because you just need to push. Like I say, do be careful over the glue. My hands are very, very used to hot glue. Right. And so therefore we've got that little... And because it's not smooth and it's like all bumpy, it looks more natural. Okay. Hope you can see that. So then what I've done is I've got some of these flowers, and they were taken from this little stem that I've got. See? And they've got like little spiky bits on there, but I can find my scissors. What we're going to do is just trim that off. And then with the bulb bit that sticks out here, we're just going to use that tot of glue on, or dot of glue. And then what you do is you just poke them in the gaps that you've left. So you can have it like a type of, well, any kind of flower in it. In fact, all I'm going to do is find a little spot, pop a bit of glue in. That doesn't need trimming. And just push that in. I hope you're seeing that. I will have my normal camera working. It's just that I wanted to do like a live stream. Just to let you know I'm still here. I'm still here. Like that. Now you can add anything to these. You can add little bits of ribbon. You can add whatever, you know, whatever suits you. You can put a little bit of bling in between these flowers, or whatever flowers you use. Excuse me. Let's have a look. Let's put another one in there. I love doing miniatures. Love it. I find it really soothing, relaxing. Well, all crafting is to me. Right. I'm going to put another one here. Now, if you've got this and it's in that powder form, all you need to do is do several layers. Oops. And you can, or mix it with water, let it dry, and then break it apart, and then use it. Bit of glue you can put with it as well, a PVA glue mixed with water. You know, it's, see, I like that. Nice little tree. And then what we do is we take that, the little pot that we're going to be using, just move that out of the way. I'm going to be doing that, and I think that's going to be tall enough. Just going to clip it. No hole in the bottom, pour the glue in. Of course, Fee has to run out. Wouldn't be natural if she didn't. Or normal, should I say. Put your glue in and more or less fill it. Because you do also need to put some of this in the bottom section. And all I do is spread that around the bottom, like that. Doesn't matter if some stick over the edge. Doesn't matter at all. Makes it look more natural. And then you just have to support that until it dries. See, like that. So we want to make sure that stays. We'll see if we can put a little bit more in there. Squish it in. This is the bit where you have to wait for it to work. I can lean it up against some. Oh, that'll do. I can lean it up against there to dry while I start the next one. So we're going to do this one. Now, I'm just going to make sure that this... Yeah, I think that'll work. So what I'm going to do is poke that in. Like that. That will be fine. And again, I'm going to use some moss this time. So let me just clear my mess up, actually. Like I said, my cam, this is an old webcam that's not very good. But like I said, we'll be using the other camera, the digital one, shortly. And I will be doing live videos. Right, so what we're going to do here is use some of this moss to put a little bit of colour in it, because it's all different shades. And I'm just going to make sure that I've got bits that I can use. Right, okay. Same thing. Bit of glue. Take the moss. I'm going to do it all the different colours that's in this. There's greens, there's oranges, there's yellows. Don't worry about anything sticking out or falling off. Glue it down. Nice bit of orange. Have some more of that red. There, that's nice. Put a bit more there. Trim off what you don't want. Like I say, this is just a tester. That one's actually a little bit too thick. Put that on. Keep going. Take that. You get some of this which is quite hard. You just want the soft bits. Just keep going with it. Right, put some of the green underneath. Don't want that bit. That's nice. Just fill it in, and then you can trim it when you're ready to. So I'm just going to squash mine down a little bit. Take any loose bits off that I don't want. Like that. And then I'm just going to shape it with my scissors. And when I'm happy with it, if I I don't want to, you know, make it all smooth. They look more natural when they're left with bits coming out all over. I'm quite happy with that. I hope you can see that. Doesn't matter about the white bits because that's now going to be covered with flowers. Now, what I've got, and I'm just going to pop that on there. Let me just shift all of this now. Oops. Let's move that to one side. These little roses. So I'm going to snip these off. Nice little flowers. Oh, sometimes it's better just to use scissors. That's it, that'll do. So, all I'm going to do now is to attach some of these roses. And I'm going to do it on the flower itself to start with. Pop them in. Figure out where you want them. Obviously, if you're going to put these at the side of a mini house like Julie's going to, you don't need to do too much at the back. Actually, it might be just better I just do that. So, just work them through where you want them. And I've left a little bit of spike on them from the stem because they can dig into the moss and hold better. Do be careful with the hot glue. It is dangerous. And I wouldn't let anybody under the age of 12 touch it. Another one here. And like I say, you can mix different flowers. So if you want to have a varied bush. I know. Things still tickle my ears. Oops, daisy. Now I'm going to mix mine with a few of these white ones. Well, they're not white. They're kind of like a bud of a very pale colour. Pale pink, actually. I'm just going to cut several of these. Oops, there we go. And oops, see how that came off? Never mind, take that off. Stuck to my hand. Did I get that ready for the flower? Probably did. So like I say, we're just going to mix these. Let's put one here. And you can fill these out as much as you want. Now, I wouldn't overdo it because less is more. And I've always said that, which should be one of our mottos. Less is more. Those who's been with me a long while will know my granddaughter came up with that, Billy May. Well, less is more now. So I'm just dotting them about. I think that's good. I like that. I'm quite happy with that. So I hope you can see. And they do really look nice. Now, what I need, I've got one. Let me see if we can put it in. I probably will, yeah. Put it there. If you have any garden tape, which is a green tape that's sticky, do the stems with. Now, I don't have mine available because I can't find the damn thing. But what I'm going to do, I will put mine on, but I can do it. Even though I've finished the pot off, I can actually do the stem afterwards. I'm just waiting for that to... here's another pot. Like I say, I'm going to need some more glue. And get a couple of these ready. Now, you could fill it up with the UPV glue, should I say, sorry. But it's just as quick to do this because the other one will take ages to dry. Now, the thing about using this glue in these pots is not only is it quick, oh God, oh God, she's gone. Not only is it quick, but they'll last forever. Now, what I'm going to do is I did have some of the lighter green. Let me just stand that there a minute. It won't dry just, yeah. I've got some of the lighter green of this, which I can use, like I say, to put in and around, like that. And I love this because you just break it up and use what you want, when you want, where you want. I have to build it out like that, so it just looks natural. So make sure you do have plenty of glue sticks on you when you're doing a project like this, because you're going to need them. Right. That'll do. I'm quite happy with that. And then also you can use this base section with the pot to put little bits in, like grasses if you want, or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Use your imagination and work out what it is that you want. So, just going to try and hold that like this. And there you go. I've got two small trees. See if I can hold that like that so you can see them. See, can you do that? And they're really, really easy to make, but look gorgeous. Now, why is that? Oh, it's a bit, I might have to melt that. All you have to do is heat that up with the heat gun, get the glue so it starts to melt and just move it. It's slightly on, I had it leaning up against something and didn't look and keep my eye on it, which was wrong. But there you go. So easy to do. And I hope you enjoyed that. Now, like I said, this has just been a test. I'm going to play this back and see if it's any good. And if not, tough. Can't do anything about it. I will be back doing tutorials shortly. Like I say, I'm just having my craft room redone a little bit so that I can film better and much clearer. And we'll be using the digital camera instead of the webcam. So I do apologise for that. Thanks for those that's come along and joined in. Much appreciated. I'm back. Bye-bye for now.